Historically, organizations didn't really recognize that even when they were purchasing software, that most of what they were buying was built on open source. And what they recognize today, though, is not only do they use open source, but that there's a high cost to free software. And the high cost is obviously not to download and get started with it. It's the high cost to run, to scale, and to maintain it. And that was really part of the foundation for what we're doing today at Cosmonic, was really searching for ways to help companies more strategically adopt open source, to scale open source, to manage open source and all of their dependencies as they build and scale their own businesses. Cosmonic is the leader in a new standard called WebAssembly. And WebAssembly is an idea that you've heard before, write once, run everywhere, except this time it's an open source standard that has already been adopted by all of the major browsers and cloud providers everywhere. So what enterprises get from adopting WebAssembly is a universal deployment platform. And we embrace that through an open core model and a free platform that we give away called CNCF WASM Cloud. So WASM Cloud helps developers to get started quickly and just focus on writing their business logic. Normally when a developer builds an app, their day 2 and day 3 journeys lead them to being stuck maintaining their dependencies. They download a framework, but on day 2 they have to keep that framework up to date. So they inherit this high cost of free software. We use this new WebAssembly standard to turn their applications into a form of Lego blocks. So the Legos can be managed independently of their business logic. It leads to more portable, more reusable, more scalable software. And what we've seen is that our software has become very popular very quickly. We have case studies out in the market with Adobe. BMW's presented on how they're leveraging our software in the production of their vehicles. And this past year, a consortium of telecoms, including Vodafone and Orange, came out and started to build industry standard microservices on top. What they love is that WebAssembly is compatible with their existing investments. It runs on Kubernetes, it runs on any cloud, but it also is not dependent upon. So they're free to take it to their own edges, to their own clouds, and even to places where Kubernetes can't go, like into their own devices.